Hi, and welcome to another episode of Being Surreal. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about urges and controlling them. So, as a kid, I used to love eating junk foods. I used to go out regularly. Like, it wasn't very frequent, but I used to go and eat street food because it was fun. And there were times when I used to have these fates where I used to eat daily. Like I would go out and then I would be eating momos or golgappe daily. Like it kind of became a routine. So earlier I used to do that, and I still do like eating junk food, but I just don't eat them because since I started working out and exercising, I started looking after my body, and because of that, I just stopped eating these junk food because I know they are very bad. Like I don't eat namkeen, chocolate, ice cream, cake. Like earlier, I used to do that. Like there was a time, like last year during lockdown, before I started working out, I used to eat a lot of namkeen. They were not just snacks; they were like almost a meal because I would eat them a lot. So, but now I just gave them up. Now I don't eat, and I used to love sugar a lot. Like I used to drink milk, and in the milk I used to add 3 to 4 spoons of sugar. But now I have started drinking sugarless milk, and it actually tastes nice. Like I was surprised with it actually tastes nice. So I started like this whole controlling the urges thing began after exercising. So I still do get urges. Like sometimes I just feel like that I want to eat something and not food. I just want to eat momos or golgappe. I have this very strong urge. Like in the start, it was very strong, but now it is decreasing. So I used to get these urges and I would control them, and over time they started to subside. And I'll tell you how I did that in today's episode. One of the major thing related to exercises is that if you want your body to grow in a positive way, you don't just do exercises but you fix your diet too. So earlier my diet was pretty messed up. I would eat whenever I want and whatever I want. I had no regard of this whole calorie system, or I didn't care about what kind of nutrient I'm taking. It was just food, so I would eat like a lot of carbs and these fatty things. So I used to eat them a lot, but then I decided that this needs to stop because I need to focus on my growth. So I started to intake protein more and reduce a little bit of carb. Like I still eat carbs, but it's mostly basic need one. Like I want to go to a full protein diet for a while, just so that I can grow my muscles more. But right now I am going to stick with these carbs too. So I have just improved my protein intake, and it is actually going pretty well. Once you start eating clean food, it actually helps a lot. Like I feel more energetic, and because of this I even observed a big change in my body. Like earlier I was around same weight. No, when I was in 12th, my weight was 65, and I was so much more fat than I'm right now. And right now my weight is just 72. And I was talking to a friend one day, and he was shocked. Like he was like, I thought you would weight less, because the thing is my muscle mass is better. So clean diet actually helps a lot. But with clean diet there comes urges too, because there are times at night, like I sometimes stay up till late, and after dinner when it has been very significant time, I start to feel hungry, and at that time the urge to eat a namkeen or any other snack like biscuits or something is very high. Like I have even stopped biscuits too because they are very sweet. Like once I decreased my sugar intake, I realized how sweet everything is. Like because I don't eat cakes or sweets or a lot of sugar. I can't eat sweets a lot because the thing is, it just too sweet. It makes me feel nauseated, and this is coming from a guy who used to eat roti with sugar as a child, and as a child it was pretty fun. And not just eat like basically like just like you do with your roti sabji, but I used to eat this thing called chini ki roti, which is basically just your dough, and before you make it into a roti, you just add tons of sugar so that when you are cooking it, it caramelizes a little bit. And now that I just remember, I somewhat want to eat it right now because it is tasty. Like uh, putting aside urges and everything, like the bad thing, it is actually tasty. Like though I eat these things a lot, and the temptations are sometimes very strong. Like when everyone around me is eating ice cream, I feel like I want to eat ice cream too because they offer me, or they they tease me that why are you not eating ice cream? See, this is how ice cream looks. I am eating an ice cream, and they do that. And that time controlling urges is very important, and I have stopped eating these things. So overall, I have a pretty good experience in controlling urges because I believe that once you can stop yourself from these kind of urges, because the urge to eat food is very strong. It's not something you can just like poof, it's gone. You can't do that because it's very strong. So what happens is, if you can control these kind of urges, you can grow much more than a person who can't, because these urges are very same to other urges too, like urge to procrastinate, or urge to watch another movie after watching a movie. So if you can like control these urges, you can master over the other urges too, and it is actually very helpful. Like things turned out very well for me. I was lucky that I could control these urges on my own. But I was reading this book, and I learned how you can change these kind of habits. So I'll tell you how. So the thing is, these urges or cravings rise because of a cue. Like it can be a visual cue or anything, or even the environment where you are. So I'll give you an example. So let's say you want to drink more water. Okay, basic. It's not about urges, but it's very simple. Okay, so you want to drink more water, but somehow you are not able to drink a lot of water. So what you can do is that you take a water bottle and fill water in it, and you keep it with you. So for example, right now I have some water here, and because of this water, I have this in the back of my mind when I see the water, that I have to drink water. So similar thing can be done for the cues, for the cravings or urges, but in other way, it in actually opposite way, that you hide these cues. So let's say whenever you watch a movie, you go to your refrigerator and you bring out ice cream, and that way you eat a lot of ice cream while watching movie. So you want to reduce this, what you can do is that you simply just don't buy ice cream. Like this might sound very obvious, but it actually works a lot. So it's 1 a.m. and you want to eat something, and you have a very strong urge that you want to go out and eat cookies. Like not go out, but you want to eat cookies, and this urge is very strong. So what you do is, if you know that you have these kind of urges, you don't buy a cookie. You just don't have cookies at your home, and when you would be looking around the kitchen trying to find something because you are craving for the cookies, you won't find any, and then you'll probably go to bed and try to sleep again. Or if you get these urges a lot, like these urges are when you are not feeling hungry. Like I'm not stopping you from eating food just because you're having urges. No, like urges and feeling hungry are two different things. So let's say so one of the best way to tackle these kind of urges are that usually it happens because you are little hungry as in that you don't want to eat a fully fledged meal, but you can eat something like half a pizza or something. So what you do is you have that urges, and then you go and drink water. So there are two benefits of drinking water when you are having an urge to eat something. That water fills your stomach and that makes you feel less hungry, so the craving subsides. And the other thing is you are drinking water and it helps you detoxify. And detoxifying using water is another topic which I think would be too off topic for today. Like I'll make an episode about what to eat and what not to eat, a guide. And but let's see. Right now it's just something sort of joke, but maybe in future it's actually an episode, but let's see. So the thing with craving is that once you subside a craving, and like you had a craving for the first time, then you ignored that craving, and then it happened for the second time. The thing is that over time it just starts to go away. Like I'm at this point that I don't like drinking milk with sugar. I don't drink tea or coffee. Like I drink tea only when I'm suffering from cold. Other than that, I don't drink these two, and I don't even drink these. What do you call it? Those sharbat and thing. I almost forgot the word sharbat. Oh, I guess these I have been keeping the urges very subsided for a long time. And the thing is, I'm not saying that you just stop eating cakes or ice cream. I'm just saying that you, it's just, it should be you that who decides when to eat this, not your cravings. Like every once in a while it's fine. Like let's say it's been like the last time I ate a pizza was back in June. That was only because I made it at home. I don't remember. I think it was more than an year back since I ate outside pizza like Domino's or thing. So these things have been working very well, and it once the thing is, once you start prioritizing your health and yourself over these urges, it's not very hard task to subside this urge. And it's just like it's something that it comes from your own. Like there is a very distinct difference between desire and motivation. So if I was motivated for not eating this, like as a kid I was motivated like don't eat this, these are bad. Like every kid's book has those that and then like they have this thing like don't eat junk food, eat healthy and proper diet. And there were even rumors that if you drink cold drink, your bones would melt, and cold drink can melt these what do you call it, iron nails. And because I believed in that rumor, I once ruined my cold drink. Like I was having it in class and I took this nail and I put it in, and later I was told that that nail was not made of iron, it was actually of steel. And thank God I didn't put the iron in the bottle because that would have been very bad. So once you get these things on your own, like the desire comes from within you, that I had the desire that I want to get better, I want to get fit. So I just removed these things from my eating habits. Like I don't eat this because I don't want to, and I feel that they are bad for me, so it's very easy for me to remove them. But if it was something or someone else telling me that no, this is bad, you should not do that, I would still do that, because desire always beats motivation. And motivation is somewhat short term, that like you will have this strong urge of motivation at night when you like look at a video or a story of a guy who is very rich and smart and very successful, that then you will have the urge that you want to do something good too, and you want to be rich and famous. But over time it just gets over. Like I know a lot of people who started doing something because they were very motivated to do that. Like they were all hyped up about doing this one thing, and then after a few days they just don't do it, because they need motivation for doing that, and motivation just runs out. Then you have to like get motivation again and then go on. So it's better to have this desire in yourself, and once you start caring about your own health, you will find it much more easier to subside these cravings, because this is coming from a personal experience. Like I am a guy who believes that if you really want to know a place, you need to go and have to eat the street food of that place. And I still believe that, because the street food is pretty fun. It's junk food, and it's very what do you call it, it has very vibrant flavors, so they are fun, but they are unhealthy. So these, you have to maintain a proper balance, and I think I have been maintaining that balance, and it works out pretty good for me. And I hope that you try this out too. And it's not like you have to just go totally subsiding these, like you you watch this episode, then you get this strong urge of motivation where you decide that no, from now on I will drink sugarless milk, I will not eat any biscuit, namkeen or cake, I'll stop eating sweets, and you get that motivation. I don't think that would work pretty well. This should come from your own. Take small baby steps, like start from decreasing your sugar a little bit. Like let's say if you take 3 spoons, just start with 2 spoons. Or if you drink tea daily and it is bad for you, if you think that it is bad, then just stop doing that. You will have relapses, but things would work out. And just try to avoid these things. Like if you have craving, usually the cravings are, like as I said, that they come up after a cue. Like you see something, let's say you saw an ad on TV about someone eating pizza, then you would have the urge to like, damn, it's easy, I'll just order one and then I'll eat pizza. So what you can do is you just avoid those cues, and then you get over it, and it is actually very satisfying to do that. And with that, I'll just end today's episode, and I hope you try to control your urges, because it is good for you. So see you in next episode.